Okay, I'm going to rant a little bit on this one, but this person is having an issue with wondering if this is some kind of sealant on this shingle or if it's a shingle problem or what the problem is because he's having a. I didn't mean to assume your gender, but they're having a leak. Let's check it out. Leak under this. Is it the shingles or sealant? How to tell for sure. I'm a layperson. I think the sealant here looks old and wrecked. There is a leak just below here. Is this the issue, or is there issues with the shingle that y'all can see? The shingles do not lift up at all. Don't see any space under them. If it's with the sealant, what's the best way to remove or reapply? Thanks. Look at this. Okay, so somebody has applied some kind of, it looks like some kind of flashing cement or tar, some kind of liquid nonsense. There was probably a leak before, and tarred the heck out of it. And from what I can tell, you have basically two roofs meeting here. Or I should say two roofs diverging from each other. And up here at the top, it looks like you have either a 90-pound or a modified bitumen torch down roof. More than likely, it's some kind of torch down because it's a flatter surface. It's some type of a shed roof. And down here, your shingles keep going down. Okay. Everybody sees the commercials for that, the liquid roof in the can. I forget what the crap is called now, but, they try to put a screen door on a boat and spray it on there. I've seen valleys and stuff where people smear stuff all over shingles because there's a leak, Folks, when you put things like this stuff over a spot that's leaking, you might solve the problem temporarily. But this stuff cannot take the sunlight, and the sunlight just degrades it, and the problem will come back. Or what's worse is you just make the problem even worse. And what I mean by that is a lot of times, especially when I see the tar in the valleys or the snow seal and other kind of garbage, Flex Seal, that's what it is. If you have a leak and then you coat an entire area, when that water gets under there, well, now you've also trapped water inside the roof. And it doesn't have any way to go out. And water looks for the path of least resistance, which is down. Gravity works. And it will get inside. For fixing this, I think, those shingles are pretty rough. You're probably getting close to needing to replace this roof. Honestly, I recommend you try to get somebody out there to tear this out. And you could probably, if you're really careful, bust some of these shingles out and put some flashing in here and get this to temporarily work until you're in a position to replace this roof. But, all that tar, especially when it's on top of everything, it just is not the way to go. You're just going to keep sealing. You could go ahead and smear tar up and down that whole wall and try to close this in again because from the other angle, if you look right in here, it looks like it's cracking and separating, which is what it does. It shrinks and it just goes bad. So you could maybe Band-Aid it for a little bit longer. But you're going to, if you do that, you will be continually doing that. And you want to make sure it's sealed up really tight. The best way to do this is really, at some point, you're going to need to replace this roof. And then have somebody install some proper flashing and some proper edge metal to help seal off that area. This probably would work. Something was done wrong. I bet you somewhere in here there's penetrations in that metal. It's getting through the edge. And thus I could actually see it. I'm just guessing based on what I've seen things do in the past. And yeah, you can seal it up, but you've got to understand it's a very temporary Band-Aid. And there is no just saying it might last a day, it might last a year, it might last 3 years, but it'll leak again. And people stop just covering your shingles with some kind of sealant thinking it's going to fix your problem. Very rarely does it fix the problem. And usually it exacerbates it. Now, I know the person who submitted this, they probably didn't do this to this, and they're trying to figure it out. So I'm not jumping on you. I'm just ranting because I see things like this a lot. It's time for open heart surgery on this one, I think. Happy roofing. Hope that helps. Like and subscribe if this helps you at all. Thank you.